One of the most useful things that you can do with your Concept 2 rowing monitor is program your workouts into it before you get started. And in this video, I'm going to go over how to program and what kinds of workouts that you can program in your Concept 2 monitor. I have the PM5, you might have the PM3 monitor, but they are going to be very, very similar. My name is Alicia Clark. I'm a You Can Row 2 Master Instructor, and let's get into it. When you turn on your monitor, you're going to start with this screen. So you can hit just row and it'll count up from 0 with all of your stats. Instead, we're going to look at selecting a workout. From here, you have a short list. You have a standard list, a custom list. You can re-row a workout that you did in the past, or you can set up a new workout. This standard list typically has some that you can just hit and go on. So we got a 2K, 5K, 10K, 30-minute piece, and looks like we have 500-meter pieces with 1 minute rest for this standard list. So if I hit one of these, it'll set that up automatically and I'm ready to go. Don't need to do anything else. For the custom list, you can change this, but this is similar to what comes on the machine already set. So 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. You can take a look here, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 2K pieces with 3-minute rest, 140 on, 20 seconds rest, and then a full marathon at the bottom. You can use these if you want. These are great workouts, but you definitely don't have to. From here, re-row will take you into your memory. So when you go into the memory, then you can use the buttons to scroll and pick one that you want to re-row, and it'll set it up just like that workout that you just did. But in this video, we're going to mostly talk about setting up new workouts. So let's go over now the different kinds of workouts that you can do. First, we have our single distance. So these are going to be your distances like 2Ks, 5Ks, again, single distance, and you're done. You're not doing another piece, it's just one piece. From here, you can set the distance by using your buttons. So the top one scrolls you over, the next one adds a number, the third one takes away, and then this fourth one will move you back if you need to go back. So from there, you can change your split length. So in the monitor, when you're rowing, if you are curious on the split that you're holding for, let's say if you're doing a 2K, you want to know what your average split is every 500, you would change this to say 500 meters. That's your split length. And then it would give you that data more so in the memory after you're done. And then this is the optional pace boat. If you like to use the pace boat, or if you're trying to get a PR, you can set a pace boat time right there, and you can essentially race against yourself or race against whatever goal time that you have. So that's going to be our single distance. When you set it up, the number will be at the top, and as you row, the meters will count down. But once you're at 0, it stops taking data, so then it is going to be much more accurate to getting an exact time or split for that piece. Next up, we have single time. So much like single distance, now we're just based on time. So that time is going to start at the top and count down. You can change your split length, but it's going to be based on, again, time, because we're based in time here. So for this 30-minute piece that it's set up for, I can use these buttons on the side to change it up if I want. I can change that split length. I can change it to 10 minutes. So then I get 3 splits when I'm done. Again, optional pace boat, which will show on your monitor in that per 500 meter pace. That's the pace that you want to put in there. If you have a PM5 monitor, you're also going to have the option for single calorie rows. If you have a PM3 or PM4, you probably won't have this option. Same thing here, set the amount of calories. You can change your split length in calories and put that optional pace boat in. Intervals. So this is where it can get a little bit more complicated, but it's still pretty easy, so hang with me. Now we got the different kinds of intervals. An interval simply means that you're going to do multiple pieces. You're going to do some rowing, rest, whether that rest is complete rest and like getting off the machine, or if that rest is paddling. It's entirely up to you. So you can have couple kinds of intervals. If all of your intervals are the same, as in they're all 1Ks, or they're all 2-minute pieces, or they're all 4-minute pieces, then it's best to use whatever unit that it is. So if they're all 2-minute pieces, you do intervals time. You would select how long each interval is, and you'd set the rest time. What's important to notice here for really any of these interval workouts is that as you scroll over here, you notice that you can have set rest time blinking. This is like the golden nugget in this video, is that if you press the plus button, you can set undefined rest. What this means is that you can do, it's set up for 1-minute piece. You can do a 1-minute piece, get off the machine. If you need to do other movements or anything like that, get back on. You have up to 10 minutes of rest that you can take. And what it does is that it sets up a screen and says, when you're ready for the next interval, press this button. And when you press that button, it sets it up and you go. So you could rest for 2 minutes, you could rest for 3 minutes, you could rest for 2 minutes and 16 seconds, however long it takes. It just only goes up to maximum 10 minutes. So this is great for workouts that you're doing on and off the machine. You can also set an optional pace boat here. But again, these pieces are when the interval and the time stay the same throughout. So if we go back, you can do the same thing for distance. So 500-meter pieces, if I wanted to put it in for 3 minutes rest, I would go here, use that plus button, 500 meters, 3-minute rest. I don't want a pace boat, so then I'd hit this check mark and it would set it up for me. 500 meters would count down. As soon as it would done, it would start counting down that rest. But as soon as that rest is done, it's gonna start counting that time for me for my next 500. So what's important here is that you wanna make sure that you're ready, and almost you can row into the next interval, but make sure you're ready when that rest is done. You can start rowing a little early. That'll actually help your split. Same thing for the calories. If each piece is 10 calories, you can set a rest time. It can be undefined rest if you want. Again, optional pace boat. And same thing there. Now, if you have intervals that change, decrease, increase, rowing ladders or something like that, it's a little more involved to program the workout. So, but it goes intervals, variable. So on your first interval, you select the unit that you're going to use. So let's say that we want to start at 1,000 meters, then go 800, 600, 400, 200. So I would say it's distance because I want meters. So then I would use these to change the numbers to say 1,000. Let's just do 1-minute rest after each one. So then I would set the rest time to 1 minute, not worrying about the pace boat, and then I hit the check. Now I need to select my second interval. I said the next one was going to be 800. So we're distance again. I use these buttons to select it to be 800. Rest time is the same, so I can just go ahead and hit the check mark again. Now, let's say instead of 600, I wanted it to be, 20 calories. I can hit calorie, I can select 20, still keep the 1-minute rest. I'm not saying 20 calories is equal to 600 meters. It's just a number I threw out there. 20 calories, rest 1 minute, press the check mark. So now I have a 1,000, 1-minute rest, 800, 1-minute rest, 20 calories, 1-minute rest. And you can keep going until you say no more intervals. And when you press that, it's going to start you at your first interval and run through what you programmed. So that is a great option for when you have a workout where it's ascending or descending time, meters, or anything of that sort. You can also do the undefined rest in there as well. With all of these options for programming workouts on your rowing machine, there's really an endless amount of workouts that you can program. Similar intervals, different intervals, you can mix up calories with time, with meters, or anything of that sort. It's really the sky's the limit. Again, if that's pretty complicated for you and you don't mind hitting just row and figuring it out and the numbers are what they are, you can still totally do that. But programming the numbers and the workouts are going to help you be able to track your progress, see how you did, and it's really cool just to not have to worry about it once you start your workout. Thanks for tuning in to this video. If you like these tips, feel free to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.